looking at some guys who played well at certain points. What are your thoughts after watching the film of OG and then the things that he did, especially late there?
Well, I think everybody that participated, especially the second half, played well. He did a really nice job inside of it. I mean, I think they all contributed to the win. When you hold a guy like Demetrius Jackson to 4-17 and Visteria's in single digits, obviously we gave a few too many points up front. But bottom line is, I think everybody that played, especially in the second half, with the energy and the resolve inside of that comeback, did some really good things. But OG was a big part of getting it to that point.
What are your thoughts? They're still working on kind of a feature story on his progress early on. What do you like? And is he almost ahead of schedule?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't have a schedule to measure. He's just working to get better, and he's improving. He's a very hard worker, and hopefully he'll continue to progress.
Is Juwan still limited?
He is. He is. Yeah.
Is there something, I guess, with OG, was it, and maybe this is common to freshmen, but a confidence thing where it kind of built on itself, where he made one good play, another good play, and then maybe he settled down a little bit?
Well, probably. I mean, I think when the ball goes in the basket and you get your legs under you a little bit inside of the game and you feel a little bit of success, it just builds an inner confidence, and I think that's exactly what happened. And I think his teammates have confidence in him, and I think that helped as well.
Is there a possibility you guys might add somebody next few weeks?
I'm not sure. It's a possibility, but it's not anything that's in the works just yet.
What are as you look at the kind of this last game before the break and everything? Are there any things you're focused on outside?
We're just focused on winning the game and focused on getting better, and I thought we did a good job of that today. Kennesaw State is going to come in. They're extremely well coached with Al Skinner. I mean, they run the flex offense at a very high level. Brown and Ray are shooting the ball. They're taking a lot of shots. They're very active. They played a tough schedule, and the flex offense provides enough to keep us busy, with how good they are with that. And the offensive rebound the ball very well. So just a matter of us continuing to improve and build on what we want to get better at. That's what we've really been focused on. And then that plays right into putting it right into the game plan. So that's the bottom line for us, is daily improvement and carry it out into the game.
How much is communication a part of that, too? Is that a point of emphasis after Notre Dame? It seemed like there was some moments there in the first half where maybe cohesion or just general communication was
Well, I think communication is a big issue every day. I think it's a big part of it every day. And I think inside of the game, there's always going to be issues where you could talk better. And then at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you improved inside of it. And I thought that we did.
Got anything
That
else?
it? Okay. Merry Christmas.
He obviously had several really good plays there in the Notre Dame game. He's had a couple other games where you look at him and you think, maybe he's a step or two above where you'd expect a freshman coming in. What have you seen from him that allows him to kind of make plays like he did against Notre Dame?
Well, we've seen short spurts of that in practice, and the main thing with him, we want to bring that out of him every time he steps on the court. OG's potential is as high as anyone I've seen, especially as a freshman. I don't think he even knows his own strength and power, but, I feel like the Notre Dame game was a big step for him in gaining that confidence and going out there and doing what he needs for, our team to be successful.
I had a chance to see him a lot in high school and AU, and he was so athletic and stronger than I think he even thought. Is he one of those guys you look at and think, man, he could take several steps? It's not just going to be one little step.
I mean, yeah, I definitely think so. And like I said, it's just with confidence, really. So that's the biggest thing. And, just going forward into it, we just got to find ways to bring that out of them.
I guess, where do you guys go from here? How do you make sure that Saturday wasn't just, one win, but rather maybe something, the start of something bigger?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about mindset, really. Most of that game, we weren't really there focused defensively, giving up open three-pointers, shots like that. So, we just want to try and carry the second half, that mindset, into these next games.
Is communication a point of emphasis, too, coming out of that game?
Yeah, I think communication is the biggest thing. We can't leave people on islands, as I like to say. Somebody's got to know where their help is going to be. Somebody's got to know what coverage we're going to run defensively.
What changed? I mean, and maybe it's a little bit of what you were talking about there with the communication defensively, but in your mind, what changed there in the second half? What let you guys, especially as you settled, it seemed like, into that zone defense, really have a lot of success?
Well, we didn't want them to get easy shots, and I felt like in the second half, most of their shots were contested. You know, in the first half, they got a lot of wide open threes. But I think in the second half, you know, when we went zone, it was more of a matchup, and I felt like every shot that they took was contested.
How good was that last 8 minutes from you guys? I mean, it seemed like it was very different than the first 32.
Yeah, you know, we played desperate. You know, we played like we didn't want to lose this game, and you know, we just kept chipping away at the lead that they had. And you know, once we got it tied, you know, I think we had a good feeling in ourselves that we can win this one.
Have you guys looked ahead? Not to say you're overlooking Kennesaw or anyone else, but have you looked at the schedule for the month of January? It seems like you guys might be favored in maybe every game. Have you kind of looked at the road ahead, just coming these next few weeks to try to maybe build something, you know, establish some consistency in that sense?
Not really. You know, we haven't looked ahead. You know, go game by game really. I think the Kennesaw State game is another opportunity for us to see where we are, see where we want to be. You know, we watched the film from the Notre Dame game, and you know, we're going to go into this mindset game that we're going to play 40 minutes, you know, play it hard.
The zone at the end of the Notre Dame game, it's gotten a lot of discussion. Some people said it looked like a 2-3. Some people said it looked like 2-3 matchup. Some people even said it looked like 1-3-1 at one point in time. What was it?
It was, you know, just getting the stop, just defensively.
Was it a 2-3 or was it?
It was just a rotation of the 2-3 when they swung the ball. Just when they swing it, you know, different guys have to move. If a guy runs baseline, they got to cover the baseline guy. So it just depends on where the ball is at that time.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Yogi, the slow week here where you don't have as many games as you usually do, what has that allowed you guys to really work on, you know, internally as far as the team goes?
What we worked on is spacing on the court. You know, at times in the Notre Dame game, we weren't, you know, running out. It was just very compact, I felt like. So we've just been working on spacing and, you know, defensively, just communicating.
Anything else for you?